start me on the trains. Hello, good afternoon. Thank you, Tom. Cheers, Jer. Today is Tuesday, 24th of July, 2018. Another hot one, Virgil. Live till 5, it's the big show. Steve Wright in the afternoon. Hello. Now you're talking. Yeah.
Steve Wright in the afternoon. Now playing everywhere.
You ask them what they expect from you. Why don't you tell them what you are gonna do? You'll get so lonely. Maybe it's better that way. It ain't you only. You got something to say. Do anything you wanna do. You ask them what they expect from you. Why don't you tell them what you are gonna do? You'll get so lonely. Maybe it's better that way. It ain't you only. You got something to say. Do anything you wanna do.
Going to do the hands up. If it's too hot for you to participate, don't worry about it. Do what you can. Do anything you want to do. Eddie and the Hot Rods. How exciting is that tune? Tuesday afternoon at Radio 2. This is Steve Wright. If you want to email us right through the afternoon, steve.wright@bbc.co.uk for a shout out. You can text 88291 and tweet us at BBC Radio 2. So, hands up for full air conditioning. On you. On you. Oh, that's a relief. Hands up if you're easily stressed and on top of that messy. You're a type C personality. Hands up for owning a micro pig. Great feature on the One Show last night about these people that bought a micro pig and were surprised when it got big. And hands up if there's always something. There isn't there? There's always something. 32 degrees across the UK. It's another hot one. Here's Quarter Flash now. Harden My Heart on Radio 2.
Crying on the corner, waiting in the rain. I swear I'll never ever wait again. You gave me a word, words for you are lies. Darling, in my wildest dreams, I never thought I'd go. But it's time to let you know. I'm gonna harden my heart. I'm gonna swallow my tears. I'm gonna turn and leave you here. All of my life I've been waiting in the rain. I've been waiting for a feeling that never ever came. It feels so close, but always disappears. Darling, in your wildest dreams, you never had a clue. But it's time you got the news. I'm gonna harden my heart. I'm gonna swallow my tears. I'm gonna turn and leave you here. Darling, in my wildest dreams, I never thought I'd go. But it's time to let you know. I'm gonna harden my heart. I'm gonna swallow my tears. I'm gonna turn and leave you here. I'm gonna harden my heart. I'm gonna swallow my tears. I'm gonna harden my heart. I'm gonna swallow my tears. Harden my heart. I'm gonna swallow my tears. No, harden my heart. I'm gonna.
Harden My Heart. Big show, Radio 2.
William Shakespeare here, the Bard of Stratford East. Here's some more music on a big show. Now, before that, can I also recommend my favourite TV show, Coriolanus Street? Catch you later, the Bard.
Fresher for Scotland, Northern Ireland and Wales. Hot and humid for much of England. The Met Office, of course, advises people to stay out of the sun for most of the week. High is 32 in Cambridge. Tonight, a chance of the odd shower, but most places staying warm and dry.
Let me take the night I love real easy. And I know that you still wanna see me. On the Sunday morning music real loud. Let me love you while the moon is still out. Something in you lit up heaven in me. The feeling won't let me sleep. 'Cause I'm lost in the way you move, the way you feel. One kiss is all it takes. Falling in love with me. Possibilities, I look like all you need. One kiss is all it takes. Falling in love with me. Possibilities, I look message when you smile. Take my time. Something in you lit up heaven in me. The feeling won't let me sleep. 'Cause I'm lost in the way you move, the way you feel. One kiss is all it takes. Falling in love with me. Possibilities, I look like all you need. One kiss is all it takes. Falling in love with me. Possibilities, I look like all you need. See wonderland in your eyes. Might need your company tonight. Something in you lit up heaven in me.
Calvin and Dewey,
Feeling won't
One Kiss at Radio 2.
'cause I'm
It's
lost
2:15.
the way you
Low pollen count everywhere across the UK today, thank goodness. Sunset tonight, Edinburgh 9:35, in Belfast it's 9:39, in Cardiff 9:13, and London 9:01.
Hi, this is Jeremy Vine. The subject today is someone you know dressing up as the late clarinetist Acker Bilk.
Good one.
The goatee, the bowler hat, the striped waistcoat. Is she knocking out Rambling Rose and Stranger on a Shore? Apparently it's a big trend catching on in places like Dover and as far north as Stornoway. Okay, the new. Tell me and our audience about the jazzer in your house. Make contact at Claudia Winkleman Collects Doorknobs, meets katebotley.co.uk. Look, I've no clue as to where to put a semicolon. Don't sniffle. Oops, I wet my pants. .co.control-alt-delete.
Jersey is mostly sunny and high of 22 today. Tenerife is warm but cloudy and a bit cooler over the next couple of days, in fact. Malta is hot, clear and sunny and up in the 30s if you're going there. Brittany is sunny and a little bit humid. Rain expected on Thursday. Orlando, USA, sunshine, showers and very humid. Thunderstorms on the way in Orlando. Benidorm is hot and sunny and 31. Dubrovnik, Croatia, mostly sunny and also up in the 30s. And Gran Canaria, strong winds and sunny intervals.
The 2nd of September, the London Palladium, the BBC Concert Orchestra, and...
Hi, this is Rick Astley.
And you can see him live with Radio 2.
I'm really looking forward to seeing you at this very special night.
Tickets are available now to see Rick with the BBC Concert Orchestra and his own band.
Performing with an orchestra is always an incredible experience, and the fact we're in the London Palladium as well makes it extra special.
Rick Astley at the London Palladium on Sunday the 2nd of September.
To find out how you can buy tickets, go to the BBC Radio 2 website and I'll see you there.
Thank you, Rick.
This is the President. Hello.
Mr. President.
The psychiatrist thought the whole idea was madness, while the radiologist could see right through it. God, I'm smart. Back to you, fat bloke.
Charming.
And she pours herself another cup of coffee as she contemplates the stain across the wall. And as in between the cleaning and the washing, that's when looking back's the hardest part of all. And she always did her best to try and please him. just leave a clean space on the wall. And it's in between the leaving and the loving. That's when looking back's the hardest part of all. Where are your friends? Where are your children? Is this your house? Is this your home? Does nothing ever last forever? Does everybody sleep alone? Alone. Oh, yeah. Don't back, don't give up. Pour yourself another cup. Don't back, don't give up. Pour yourself another cup. Pour yourself another cup.
2:22, you're on the BBC. This is Radio 2 in Great Britain, and there's Mike and the Mechanics, another cup of coffee.
Hello. If you want to contact Steve Wright in the afternoon, he's a great guy. I could vouch for him any day. Email steve.wright@bbc.co.uk. Text 88291 or tweet at BBC Radio 2. Great guys, great times, great station.
On today's programme, we're looking ahead to the 2018 Edinburgh Fringe. We've got Viv Groskop. Her show is called Vivalicious. Nina Conti with Monkey. And Ivo Graham, young new comedian with his show Motion Sickness. Plus, we've Heatwave Watch. Tim Smith, Janie Lee Grace, Bobby Pryor, Tom Hurrigan with the news, Betty Glover with the sport later. The oldies chosen by Douglas Law in Preston. Emails, texts, tweets, social media, news from the net and the showbiz, all here.
Steve Wright in the afternoon. Great Britain.
It's sad to think, I guess neither one of us wants to be the first to say goodbye. Sad to think, it's sad to think. I guess neither one of us wants to be the first to say wants to be the first to say goodbye. Sad to think, it's sad to think,
Pick up with DJ Cozy.
I guess neither one of
Play that on Serious Jockin'. Big reaction.
wants to be the first to say
Big shout out to my best friend Gracie. Says this, doesn't say who, but they know. What hot weather. It's cloudy with patchy rain here in Cheshire with only 17. Dave from Alsager. 21 degrees, cloudy and a bit fresher here in North Wales, Steve. That's from Lynn. Righty, can you give a big shout out to me and my hubby celebrating our 20th wedding anniversary with a wee trip to the dreaming spires of Oxford from Di and Mark. Boiling hot there. By the way, if you are in an area where it's really, really hot, let us know if you're cool at work or home or out and about, or if you're in a situation where you just simply can't avoid the heat. Here's a bit of a story. I believe it starts, I was in New York City just the other day and trash men were on strike, trying to get a little more pay.
I was in New York City a few months ago.
Just said that.
And the garbage and the trash men were on strike. I'm talking about the maintenance people for the city.
Sure.
What they were trying to do was they were trying to get a little more money, get a little raise in pay. But at that particular time, the city was broke. They were about ready to declare default. I tell you, the garbage in some places was stacked up 2-3 stories high. At night, boy, at night it wasn't even safe to walk the street, you see, because the rats, the roaches, and the water bugs, they were hustling, baby, trying to get something to eat, see. And let me tell you something, it was stinking, boy, and there was all kind of disease in there, But it only brought to mind the fact that you can no longer depend on the man downtown to take care of business like he's supposed to, when he's supposed to. In order for us to get it like it's supposed to be, as far as cleanliness, and safety, we got to get together and do it for ourselves. That's the only way it's going to be done. And you know what I'm talking about? Let me tell you what I mean.
Well, y'all get it. You gotta get it. Yeah. Oh, you get it. Get up. Talking about the get up. It's our home. That's where we live, Get your paint, brush your hammer, your nails. Get your brooms, your mop and your pails. We're gonna wash it, polish, and make it all clean. Let's wash away all of the sin. Time for a new life to begin in the ghetto. I said, clean it up, clean it up. I said, we're gonna clean it up, because the ghetto. I said the ghetto is our home. That's where we live,
Let's paint a sign everybody can read. Let's get rid of everything we don't need. The pushers, the dealers, the pocketbook snatchers and thieves.
Let's make the streets safe for women to walk. Let's get rid of all the vulgar talk.
We gotta do it in order for us to survive. I said we gotta do it. We got to So together.
Tonight with Joe and Simon, comedian Adam Hills with Joe and Simon tonight, talking about his new memoir. Jamie Cullum at 8. Jamie's pick of the best in jazz. Then Will Young, Essential R&B. Will Young returning at 9 o'clock tonight.
Hi, this is Jeremy Vine. My wife told me to stop acting like a flamingo, so I had to put my foot down. Ping me.
It's 2:30.
Dancing with your silhouette in the places that we've been. Ooh, trying to find you in the moon. Paris never feels the same when the streets all call your name. Ooh, so I hide in crowded rooms. And I follow right down the river where the lost it. One brick at a time, we watched it fall. I'm broken here tonight, and darling, no one else can fix me. Only you, only you. Oh, no one else can fix me. Only you, only you, only you. Oh, no one else can fix me. Only you. Did I let go of your hand for a castle made of sand? Ooh, that fell into the blue. I went following the sun to be alone with everyone. Ooh, looking round a crowded room. And I follow right down the river where the ocean meets the sky. To you, to you. Once upon a time we had it all. Somewhere down the line we went and lost it. One brick at a time we watched it fall. I'm broken here tonight, and darling, no one else can fix me. Only you, only you. Yeah, and no one else can fix me. Only you, like you, only you. Nobody else, only you. And no one else can fix me. Only you.
Cheat Codes, Little Mix, Only You. On Radio 2. And it's the return of Jamie Lee Grace today, and Tim Smith is with us. Did you have a nice time on your holidays?
I had a lovely time on my holiday, thank you. It's
Where
a
did
little
you
bit
go?
hotter here.
Yeah.
Spain. No, I think it was about the same, actually. But,
Really?
you know, looking back, would I have gone on holiday had I have known how hot it was going to be here? Well, I guess you can just chill, but it's a thought, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And what about your kids? Did they enjoy themselves?
They had a great time. We were very fortunate. It was lovely.
Were they on their phone the whole time?
Yes, that might be said of the boys. Yeah, it might have been cheaper to sort of leave them at home and then have food delivered.
Cheaper, really? When it comes to body hair, ladies of all ages everywhere hate a hairy back. This is on men. It's fine to have chest hair as long as it's not chest hair that morphs into shoulder, back and neck hair. Back hair is a huge turn-off, say women. The best advice for hairy backed men? Wax it off.
Penny Smith likes hairy back. She told us that once. In fact, she told us that twice.
Really?
Penny Smith likes a hairy back. I've got a parting down my spine.
Well, that's where you have the most hair, right? What you got?
Yes. Humans are the only animals who actually enjoy eating spicy food. Scientists are not sure why this is, because there's no health benefit. They think it's just the thrill of eating spicy food. It's why we're the only animals that like scary films and riding roller coasters.
Well, there is health benefits to food like that.
Well, with
isn't
some of the spices, yes, there is.
I mean, I'm thinking of
things like turmeric.
Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely. And of course, chilies.
Yeah.
Only full-grown male crickets can chirp. Here's Janie.
Due to gravitational effects, you weigh slightly less when the moon is directly overhead. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, yes, so am I. but
Friday, we're meant to have a blood red moon, aren't we?
Oh, really?
Yeah, will it be directly overhead because we'll weigh less as well?
Well, it'd be interesting to see what happens, because that's when the hot weather peaks on Friday, isn't it?
Yeah, then it kind of dissipates over the weekend. Then I believe it's coming back next week.
Again, yeah. What you got?
Before he reunited Italy in the 1870s and became a national hero, Giuseppe Garibaldi lived briefly on Staten Island in New York and worked as a candle maker.
Did he invent biscuits?
Factoids.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The Chris Evans Breakfast Show.
right, all the guests on the way.
Please welcome James Nesbitt.
Yo, brilliant. You take after your mum, eh? Very good.
Easy. It's Rick Astley.
It's Gemma Arter. It's the lovely Laura Whitemore.
He's getting names wrong on purpose. Chris.
You're listening to the Chris Evans Breakfast Show on BBC Radio 2.
We said James Nesmith.
Yeah.
Weekday mornings from 6:30.
Gemma Arterial.
BBC Radio 2.
Hello, hi. This is Jeremy Vine. Steve, I bought the world's worst thesaurus yesterday. Not only is it terrible, it's terrible.
There's a buzz in the air, it's contagious. These four walls can't contain it. We don't need a reason, just a day that ends with a why. So feel it if you feel it. Don't apologize. Tonight we're gonna shake this town. Nobody's gonna turn us down. We're living with our hearts up loud. They're gonna hear the echo, echo, echo. Tomorrow when the sun comes up, there'll be ripples in the coffee cups. Tonight we're gonna make so much noise. They're gonna hear the echo, 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 echo. Gonna turn on all the lights like it's Las Vegas. So let the lovers love us and the haters hate us. We don't need a reason, just a day that ends with a night. We're dancing on the ceiling. We were born to run tonight. Tonight we're gonna shake this town. Nobody's gonna turn us down. We're living with our hearts up loud. They're gonna hear the echo, echo, echo. Tomorrow when the sun comes up, there'll be ripples in the coffee cups. Tonight we're gonna make so much noise. They're gonna hear the echo, 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 echo.
Tuesday, the 24th of July it is today, in the hottest summer ever. It's the 30th anniversary of Countryfile, first being broadcast. And we love Countryfile, we love John Craven.
When I started out doing it back in 1989 now, we were on Sunday morning, half an hour. We got quite a respectable audience for that time of day on a Sunday, but when we moved to prime time in 2009, the figures went through the roof. You know, it was unbelievable.
Thank you, John. House of Commons and the House of Lords both rise for the summer recess. They return on the 4th of September. The Global Disability Summit is on in London. It's the national convention of veterans of foreign wars of the US in Kansas. It's the Australian Fishing Trade Association show, which has started in Broadbeach in Australia. In tonight's Champion League qualifiers, Celtic play Rosenborg. The International Cheese Awards are in Nantwich.
More cheese, Gromit.
All I did was point to you, and you just did that automatically. More cheese, Gromit. What else? Former White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer has published his book, The Briefing, which is about his 20 years as a campaign and communication strategist, including his time working for President Trump. And I was listening, I think, to a thing this morning or earlier on of him saying, well, yeah, sometimes I made mistakes. But you have to think, well, sometimes he would have to say things that he might not want to say.
Or believe in, maybe.
Maybe. You could say that. I couldn't possibly comment.
Thanks.
The Goo Goo Dolls play Bristol. Chris Ramsey plays Darlington. And happy birthday, Danny Dyer.
I love my babies, my missus. I mean, the fame level's gone up to quite a mad thing for me since EastEnders. I've always struggled with the idea of being famous. It doesn't necessarily suit me. And the only time I'm not famous is when I go home and shut my door. And it's a beautiful thing, you know. It's a respite from all the nuttiness. The weird thing is like I said, going back to the character of Mick Carter, he's the perfect husband. He's almost a perfect man on paper. I can't live up to that.
Danny Dyer. We love Danny Dyer. Here's Janie Lee Grace.
A little bit of advice here from the RSPCA about when you should walk your dog. And I suppose it's obvious, but then again, it's quite good to be reminded of it. We're actually going to borrow a dog for a little while while its owner goes on holiday. So,
can you do that now?
Well, no, this is an informal arrangement. But interesting enough, you can actually do kind of formal rent-a-dog scenarios scenarios, which is actually quite cool, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. It all depends if you're qualified to look after a dog.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they sort all that out for you. I think it's quite a nice idea, like rather than putting your dog into kennels, I think you can actually do some kind of formal arrangement where somebody else looks after them. But anyway, we're doing it for a friend.
So I'm guessing this is in the mornings, or early mornings.
Well, they're saying that it's a really good idea to, because of the risk of heat stroke, of course, because we forget that animals have, they've still got the same coat on, haven't they, literally?
Yeah.
And it says here that owners should ensure that they're drinking water and they're in a cool, shaded spot. And walk them in the morning or in the evening, but not in the kind of hottest part of the day. But the interesting thing is, I don't know if you've noticed recently, we always used to say, it'll cool down in the evening. It doesn't seem to be cooling down in the evening.
It doesn't at all.
I was sitting outside about 11:30 at night. It's still warm, really warm.
We're doing this every day. What's your situation? Because I always telling people, they say, well, are you sleeping at night? And they say, well, not brilliantly, but I've got 2 fans, room fans either side of my bed. One is one of those big stack ones, and the other one is one of those just general ones.
Well, don't they say that you're meant to put those fans facing an open door so that it brings the cold air in and circulates that rather than just circulating the warm air in the room? Or you're meant to put a bowl of ice in front of the fan. Isn't that what you're meant to do?
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're just moving around the warm air.
I don't really like a bowl of ice or water near electricity, and I'm not sure
that's true too.
If either of those are a good idea. I'm really not sure.
I think if you have got an open door or window and your fan can bring in some of that air, I think that's the main idea. But I don't know, I'm finding it just completely impossible. It doesn't matter what I try, I'm just way too hot.
So you just go and stand in front of the fridge door, open the door in your underpants and stay there for 20 minutes?
And do 20 minutes?
Start singing.
Crikey, no, that's way too much energy in this heat.
It's another day of scorching heatwave conditions with temperatures in some areas not dipping below 24, 25. Monday, as you know, was the hottest day so far, with the Met Office recording 33.3 in Santon Downham in Suffolk. The heat isn't due to reach its peak until Thursday or Friday, and the public are being advised to take shelter from the sun. We'll have some more advice in our next little talky bit. Just mention of a couple of things here in the anniversaries. Alexander Dumas, 1802, French novelist. Amelia Earhart, 1898, American aviator, and the first woman to fly solo over the Atlantic. And the British comic Peter Sellers, movie star, died this day, 1980. And the world's first public opinion poll carried out in Delaware this day when?
Oh, what a great question. 1905.
I'd have said earlier than that. I don't quite know how they'd have done it, but I'd have said late 1800s.
Well, 1824. Not bad. A great show on television tonight to mention, the £5 billion super sewer. The long overdue upgrade to London's Victorian sewer network, scheduled to take 3 years, gets underway in the heart of the city. Key to the project's success is the construction of 2 connection shafts alongside the Thames in Battersea. It's a £5 billion super sewer. Nobody would make a documentary like that other than the BBC, and it's absolutely brilliant. The first one was on last week.
I like it. I love a programme about a sewer, don't you?
I do, actually.
Get down the sewers, get some Wellington boots on, get some overalls on, see what's down there.
Yeah, as long as they don't show that big ice block of that stuff.
Oh no, what are they called?
The fat burger.
Yeah, fatberg. Yeah, don't want a fatberg. No,
we don't want that at all. So what we got today, it's our look forward to the Edinburgh Fringe. Viv Groskop is with us. She's at the Clover with her show Vivalicious. All starts and it all kicks off. Nina Conti, she's at the Underbelly with Nina Conti is Monkey. And Ivo Graham, he's at the Pleasance Courtyard with his show Motion Sickness. All that and more later.
want to soar, love you when I'm gone, love to endure. I'll be coming home, I'll be coming home. I wanna hold your hand across this door. I'll be coming home, I'll be coming home, I'll be coming home, I'll be coming home. I wanna hold your hand across this door. I'll be coming home, I'll be
coming home. Coming home part 2. That's James. Now we've got 12 minutes to 3. Is it 12 to 3 already? I can't believe it. It's time for Bobby.
Steve, thank you. First of all, to North Yorkshire, the A1M. Now, if you're on the northbound side at junction 51 for Leeming Bar, we've got an accident. Now, they are holding all the traffic while they deal with that. So stationary traffic is building. Not sure how long it's going to be, but at the moment, no traffic is getting past junction 51 at the moment. To the M1, northbound, 38 to 39, there was an accident near the Woolly Edge services on the slip road into the services. They closed it completely. They're still dealing with that, and they were holding the traffic on the main carriageway. So just to let you know, one lane is open past that, but it's still extremely slow. M1 heading north, also 21 to 21A, A46. There was an accident past there. All lanes are now open, but it's still a little bit heavy. M60, Greater Manchester, clockwise 20 to 21, higher Blakely to Hollingwood. We've got an incident where police are holding the traffic. I don't have any more information, but if you're heading through there, just be aware that it's stationary from 20 at the moment. M6 northbound, 14 to 15, Stafford North to Stoke-on-Trent. There's one lane closed for a breakdown that they are in the process of recovering. M42 northbound, there was a breakdown between 3A, the M40 and 4 for Shirley much earlier. It has all cleared out of the way. It looks a little bit slow through there still, though. And the A45 Coventry eastbound, closed still with a burst water main between the A4114 and the Broad Lane roundabout. Now, problems for the M11. On the northbound M11, between 8 and 9, we've had stationary traffic for about an hour and a half. The reason for it is a fire. Now, the fire is out. Actually, the vehicle fire caught fire to the grasslands on the other side. So just to let you know, it's been a big blaze for quite some time. Some traffic is getting through. It's not officially opened as yet. It might just be trapped traffic. I was waiting for another one before I came in. So just be aware that 8 to 9 is solid queues for miles. And then to the M25, we had an accident where they were holding the traffic. This is anti-clockwise, 11 to 10. All lanes are open, but still queues back towards 14. And then finally, the A390 at Corlington was closed with an accident at the Florence Road. It is now reopened. Back with another one, 40 minutes.
OK, thank you to Bob Stuff.
Hi, this is Trump. Steve, you got any Cardi B or Offset?
Told you later.
Hot town, summer in the city, back of my neck getting dirt and gritty. Bend down, isn't it a pity? Doesn't seem to be a shadow in the city. All around, people looking half dead, walking on the sidewalk harder than a match head. But at night it's a different world. Go out and find a girl. Come on and dance all night. Despite the heat, it'll be alright. And babe, don't you know it's a pity the days can't be like the nights in the summer, in the city, in the summer, in the city. Cool town, eating in the city, dressed so fine and looking so pretty. Cool cat, looking for a kitty, gonna look in every corner of the city. Till I'm wheezing like a bus stop, running up the stairs, gonna meet you on the rooftop. But at night it's a different world. Go out and find a girl. Come on and dance all night. Despite the heat, it'll be alright. And babe, don't you know it's a pity the days can't be like the nights in the summer, in the city, in the summer, in the city. Shadow in the city, all around people looking half dead, walking on the sidewalk harder than a match head. But now it's a different world. Go out and find a girl. Come on and dance all night.
some more information that you might need or might not need? Do you think of motorway service stations as refreshing pit stops or just, well, the pits? And you probably heard Jeremy do this earlier on his show, and it's a good one. Janie, what do you say?
Definitely the pits. Honestly, I sometimes think about people coming from other countries and just travelling the length of the UK. And can you imagine someone coming from America?
Yeah.
And the price of the coffee and how disgusting it is in a lot of places.
No.
And how long you've got to queue and you don't get a second cup.
For once, I disagree with you, because just lately I've been going to a lot of service areas and they're fantastic. You can do all of your shopping there, many of them. You can get all different types of food. You get a sit-down. The sticky beans are over.
It's a day out for you, isn't it, sometimes?
I think they're really overpriced. You know, I mean, even the regular chains, you know, you go to a coffee shop, it's the same one that's on the
some
high
kind of
street.
touch paper here, haven't I?
It's like another extra £2 for a coffee for exactly the same thing as you get on the high street in the same place. Captive audience, yeah, I get that. But they could make them a little bit better, couldn't they?
They have improved, though. Come on. I mean,
They really
Steve,
have.
on this
I suppose
occasion,
they
I
have.
agree with
I
him.
suppose they
You
have in
can
the
go to
past.
some of these service stations and it's like a mini shopping centre or even a big shopping centre. I agree with Janie, though. Why are the prices so high there? I mean, why does a litre of petrol seem to cost 30 pence more at motorway services than it does anywhere else?
That's not always true.
Well, it pretty much nearly always is true, yeah.
Just making
However,
it fair.
They have improved, I do grant you that.
Travel watchdog Transport Focus has asked customers for their views. If you're listening at the service areas, I like you. That's me, the host. They don't.
I
Well,
like them,
Tim
especially when
does.
there's a Greggs there. I love them.
He likes you a little bit. Top of the list is Norton Keynes on the M6 toll road with a 100% satisfaction rating. Bottom is Thurrock on the M25 with just 68% satisfied. Also special mention, Stafford southbound M6, Wetherby A1M in Yorkshire, that's the moto. The other ones are road. The road chefs are great too. So there it is. The government has announced, as you've heard, wage increases for about 1 million workers in the public sector. And can I just go back to some more heat-related tips? And they are. This is from cdc.gov. Drink more water than usual. I mean, that's just sensible, isn't it? And don't wait until you're thirsty to drink more. Muscle cramping may be an early sign of heat-related illness. Wear loose, lightweight, light-coloured clothing. Schedule workouts and practices earlier or later in the day when the temperature is cooler. And monitor a teammate's condition. So I'm monitoring Janie and Tim here because, you know, they're getting on a bit now, so I have to look after them.
Crikey, you take my pulse, please.
Seek medical care immediately if your teammate has symptoms of heat-related illness. Also, this stuff now is from the NHS. It says the heat can affect anyone, but some people run a greater risk of serious harm. Remember to think of those who may be more at risk from the effects of heat. These include the following: older people, especially those over 75, babies and young children, people with a serious chronic condition, particularly dementia, heart, breathing or mobility problems, people with serious mental health problems, people on certain medications, including those that affect sweating and temperature control, people who are already ill and dehydrated, if you've got, for example, gastroenteritis. What can I do? And the message is the same from NHS. Stay out of the heat. Look out for neighbours. Make sure medicines are stored below 25 Celsius or in the fridge. Read the storage instructions on the packaging. Carry on taking all prescribed medicines unless advised not to by a medical professional. But be aware that some prescription medicines can reduce your tolerance of heat. Anything to add to those, you two?
No, that's all very good advice, I think. And a lot of common sense as well. Just be careful.
And you know, I know it sounds really old-fashioned, but I just like a fan.
Yeah.
I know you're my fan. No, I like literally an old-fashioned fan that you literally wave around in front of your face. I know that you can get those little ones that you attach to your mobile phone. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
But you look right stupid holding them
Well,
up.
it doesn't matter.
But-
Who cares? I'm going to look stupid.
But I think the old-fashioned ones are really good. You literally just splay them out, and they're really good. They're really effective.
Yeah.
Or just get a flannel, put some ice cubes in it and just dab yourself with that. That keeps you cool.
My air conditioning in my car, of course, doesn't work. So what I've bought is a fan from one of those, places where you buy the general fans. You know, the green place. Do you know where I mean?
Yeah.
Is that helping?
Yeah. What it is you plug it into the lighter socket.
Oh, yeah.
And it sticks up there on the dashboard. And it's not quite as good as aircon, but it's working.
helping. Yeah, well, that's a good
it's
idea,
working. You're on the big show. Viv Groskop later, Nina Conti and Ivo Graham, all operatives appearing at the Edinburgh Fringe.
truth, I need a mother. 'Cause I'm not letting go, I'm not letting go, no. Promise you we're alright. I promising you we're alright. Alright. I'm not letting go.
Alright. 1 minute to 3 in Great Britain. Steve Love in the show. Can you give a mention to our colleague David Cawthorne? It's his birthday today and we're working hard in the sales department at Phase Print in Nottinghamshire. Radio 2 gets us through the day from Colin, John and June. Thank you. Oi, righty. Raining and 19 here in Manchester. Keep playing those sunny tunes. Dave. All right, Dave? Laying slates on the roof says there's no escaping the sun up here, righty. Could fry eggs on them. Phil. Coming up when we come back, the oldies chosen by Douglas Law in Preston.
At 3 o'clock, this is Tom Harrigan. There are new pay awards for around 1 million workers in the public sector, marking an end to the government's 1% pay cap. Teachers in England received the largest increase, with some getting 3.5%, while the armed forces, police and prison officers all receive a 2% rise, with additional one-off payments this year. The Chief Secretary to the Treasury, Liz Truss, told the Commons the deal was good news for all.
These new pay deals represent what this government's about. They're affordable and responsible, while making sure we continue to provide the public with world-class public services. And also, they reward our hard-working public servants.
Labour dismissed the announcement as a mendacious PR exercise. Jeremy Corbyn has backed union demands for a 5% increase. Hundreds of people are missing in southern Laos after a flash flood caused by the collapse of a dam. More than 6,000 people are homeless after their villages were swept away. 60 people have been killed in Greece as wildfires continue to ravage coastal towns near Athens. The deaths include the discovery of 26 bodies at a villa in the seaside resort of Mati. A local journalist, Yanis Papadopoulos, described the scene there.
I can count dozens of cars burned to the ground. It is obvious from those cars and those images that people tried to evacuate the area in a state of panic, and they got trapped.
Police investigating a suspected acid attack on a 3-year-old boy in Worcester on Saturday have arrested a fifth man. The 41-year-old from Wolverhampton has been detained on suspicion of conspiracy to commit grievous bodily harm. 4 other men are still being held. For the first time, teenage boys in England are to receive the HPV vaccine, which protects against some form of cancer. It has been offered to girls since 2008, but last week an expert panel recommended extending the programme. President Trump's family business has brought forward plans for a housing development worth £150 million at its golf resort in Aberdeenshire. Our Scotland correspondent James Shaw reports from Glasgow.
The Trump Organisation says it will seek planning permission for 500 new homes at the Many estate north of Aberdeen. They'll be in addition to the existing hotel, clubhouse and golf course. The original development went ahead despite fierce local opposition, partly because of concerns about the damage to a system of dunes, which was a unique natural habitat. Donald Trump has stepped aside from involvement in his company while he's President of the United States. In the meantime, it's being run by his two sons, Eric and Donald Jr.
A dinosaur fossil nicknamed Bigfoot, the largest individual foot ever found, has finally been identified 20 years after it was unearthed in the US. Scientists say it belonged to a brachiosaur, one of the largest animals ever to walk the earth. And that's the BBC News at 3 minutes past 3. Our next at 4.
Don't mess with it, just leave it alone. Thanks, Tom.
And you may find yourself in a beautiful house with a beautiful wife. And you may ask yourself, well, how did I get here? Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again. After the money's gone, once in a lifetime, water flowing underground. And you may ask yourself, and you may ask yourself, where is that large automobile? And you may tell yourself, this is not my beautiful house. And you may tell yourself, this is not my beautiful wife. Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again. After the money's gone, once in a lifetime, water flowing underground. Same as it ever was. 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 Water dissolving and water removing. There is water at the bottom of the ocean. Under the water, carry the water. Remove the water at the bottom of the ocean. Water dissolving and water removing. Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again, into the silent water, under the rocks and stones. There is water underground. Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again, after the money's gone. Once in a lifetime, water flowing underground. You may ask yourself, what is that beautiful house? You may ask yourself, where does that highway go to? And you may ask yourself, am I right? Am I wrong? And you may say to yourself, my God, what have I done? Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again, into the silent water, under the rocks and stones. There is water underground. Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again, after the money's gone. Once
it ever was. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Once in a lifetime, these oldies chosen by Douglas Law. Afternoon, Douglas in Preston. 57, qualified as a vet from Glasgow Uni back in July 1982. I've enjoyed working in all aspects of veterinary practice over many years, and I retired as a government veterinary surgeon 3 years ago. My hobbies include walking and photography, and I like to bag various points of interest, including hill summits, island summits, trig points, lighthouses, castles, churches, and historic points of interest. I also enjoy taking photos of sheep, some of which have been used in books. Wow. I really enjoy will enjoy hearing my non-stop oldies being played on your little show. Thank you, Steve, from Douglas Law, Preston.
When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. If I get drunk, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you. And if I haver, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who's havering to you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. When I'm walking, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who's working hard for you. And when the money comes in for the work I do, I'll pass almost every penny on to you. When I come home, oh, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home to you. And if I broke, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's going over you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. When I'm lonely, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's lonely without you. And when I'm dreaming, well, I know I'm gonna dream about the time when I'm with you. When I go out, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. And when I come home, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home with you. I'm gonna be the man who's coming home with you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door.
I'm going to be 500 miles, the Proclaimers. These are the non-stop oldies as chosen by Douglas Law in Preston. A vet from Glasgow, uni. He went back to uni in 1982, back in uni in 82, then enjoyed working in all the aspects of veterinary practice over many, 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 many years. What else? He likes hill summits, island summits, trig points, lighthouses, and taking photos of sheep. Okay, this is the Verve Lucky Man. Well, we were just trying to guess the year here. I said 92. Right? It's 97.
Happiness, more or less, it's just a changing me something in my liberty. On my mind. Happiness coming and going. I watch you look at me, watch my fever growing. I know just where I am. But how many corners do I have to turn? How many times do I have to learn? All the love I have is in my mind. But I'm a lucky man.
Yeah, last bit of Britpop, wasn't it? For Verve, Lucky Man. On the non-stop oldies chosen by Douglas Law in Preston. And another great song here, R.E.M., Man in the Moon. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Monopoly 21 checkers and chess. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mr. Fred Lassie in a breakfast mess. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let's play Twister, let's play Risk. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll see you in heaven if you make the list. Now, Andy, did you hear about this one? Tell me, are you locked in the punch? Andy, are you goofing on Elvis too, baby? Are we losing touch? If you believe they put a man on the moon, man on the moon. If you believe there's nothing up his sleeve, nothing is cool. Moses went walking with the staff of wood. Yeah, 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 yeah. Newton got mean by the apple wood. Yeah, 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 yeah. Egypt was troubled by the horrible asp. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mr. Charles Darwin had the law. About this one, tell me, are you locked in the punch? Hey, Andy, are you goofing on Elvis? Hey, baby, are you having fun? If you believe they put a man on the moon, man on the moon. If you believe there's nothing up his sleeve, nothing is cool. Yeah, 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 yeah. Here's a little ghost for the offering. Yeah, 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 yeah. Here's a truck stop instead of St. Peter's. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mr. Andy Kaufman's gone wrestling. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now, Andy, did you hear about this one? Tell me, are you locked in the punch? Hey, Andy, are you goofing on Elvis? Hey, baby, are we losing touch? If you believe they put a man on the moon, man on the moon. If you believe there's nothing up their sleeve, nothing is cool. If you believe they put a man on the moon, man on the moon. If you believe there's nothing up their sleeve, nothing is cool. If you believe they put a man on the moon, man on the moon.
Man on the Moon, R.E.M. 3:27, and in the news, at least 60 people have died in wildfires in the Attica region around Athens, in Greece's worst fire disaster in more than a decade. Flames fanned by strong winds devastated the seaside village of Malti, devouring homes and cars. Overcrowding on commuter trains to and from London declined slightly last year, but increased on routes on other major cities in England and Wales. 1 million public sector workers are to receive their biggest pay rise in nearly 10 years, the government says today. And parts of the UK are experiencing another day of scorching heatwave conditions, with temperatures in some areas not dipping below 24°C and overnight. Monday was the hottest day in 2018 so far, with the Met Office recording 33.3 Celsius in Santon Downham in Suffolk. Today, highs of 32, but the heat is not due to reach its peak until Thursday or Friday. Now you're up to date, and there's one more oldie after this.
Oh. Am I on?
Joe Wiley.
You are. The red button wasn't on.
Okay, fine. Simon Mayo.
Gotta wear tight stuff sometimes. No. You reach a certain age, you realise that's not appropriate.
I think looking good sometimes takes precedent over comfort. We have hacks, long-distance relationship hacks.
Find a star in the sky, and then when you both look at it at the same time, know that it's your star.
What film did you get that from?
I don't know, I just thought of... I know.
Look at that star.
When I look at that star, I think... I'm going to pass the bucket.
Joe and Simon. Weekdays from 5.
And this evening we're joined by comedian Adam Hills.
Joe and Simon, BBC Radio 2.
Sounds good.
Hi, this is Macca.
Hello.
Email the big show at steve.wright@bbc.co.uk. He reads it, and then I'll come up with a song based on your email.
Looking good crossing Abbey Road there.
88 to 91 FM. BBC Radio 2.
Well, I don't know why I came here tonight. I got the feeling that something ain't right. I'm so scared in case I fall off my chair, and I'm wondering how I'll get down the stairs. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Yes, I'm stuck in the middle with you, and I'm wondering what it is I should do. It's so hard to keep the smile from my face. Losing control, yeah, I'm all over the place. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. When you started out with nothing and you're proud that you're a self-made man, and your friends, they all come crawling, slap you on the back and say, some sense of it all, but I can see it makes no sense at all. Is it cool to go to sleep on the floor? 'Cause I don't think that I can take anymore. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. And you started out with nothing and you're proud that you're a self-made man. And your friend, they all come crawling, slap you on the back and say, yeah, I don't know why I came here tonight. I got the feeling that something ain't right. I'm so scared in case I fall off my chair, and I'm wondering how I'll get down the stairs. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am,
Stuck in the middle with you. Those were the non-stop oldies, rounding off with Steelers Wheel, Jerry Rafferty.
stuck in the middle with you.
stuck in the middle with you.
Mr. Bennett here.
Yes.
Have you got any Freddie Parrot-Face Davis?
What?
Sentimental Song as a favourite.
See what I can do.
I'm Jeremy Vine. Hello, great to speak to you. On the programme today, does your best friend smell of a stench combination of urine and seaweed? Is that ammonia? What is it? What is it really? I need to know. Make contact at It's a Gothic Shocker. Play me some EDM, you know Hoper. At Chadwick Boseman meets Justin Bieber on a caravan holiday near clacton-on-sea.org.uk. Plankton! It's definitely not sushi.
Good to hear. All right, here's Bobby.
Steve, thank you. First of all, to the A1M, northbound at Leeming Bar, junction 51. Now, that earlier accident still there. Still closed the road. Or road remains closed, sorry. So if you're heading up there, just be aware they're putting in a local diversion now. The M1, northbound, 38 to 39. The accident at Woolly Edge Services means the entry slip road to the services is closed. You can only get into the services from the southbound side. So that's Woolly Edge Services. The main carriageway, we've got slow traffic between 38 and 39. M1 northbound, there was an accident 21 to 21A up towards the A46. Still some slow traffic, but all lanes are open. A1 southbound between Tuxford and Carlton. We've got a breakdown between the A6075, the Tuxford junction, and the B1164. So one lane is closed. That's causing southbound queues. Thanks for your updates, by the way, on that. Then to Merseyside, the A580, Anfield, the Brett Road is closed completely. There's an incident between Lower Brett Road and Twyford Street. The actual incident is just near to the Cabbage Bar and Grill. So the traffic is stationary on the approach. Greater Manchester, M60. Clockwise, we had traffic being held 20 to 21 at Hollywood. That's now cleared out of the way. Still slow, though. And then to the M6, southbound, 19 for Knutsford. There was a broken down lorry. All lanes are open, but it's heavy. Then the M6 northbound, 14 to 15 at Stoke-on-Trent. That broken down vehicle is still there. Still one lane shut. And the M11 northbound, between 8 and 9, there is still one lane shut following that earlier vehicle fire. You've got big queues if you're heading up there towards 10 at Duxford. In fact, what's happened is the big queue back at 8 has just kind of moved forward. That's like 9 miles of northbound traffic heading up towards junction 10. So that's still a slow crawl. The M25 clockwise, first of all, between 10 and 11. So back the other way, we've got an accident there. They are holding the traffic. This is different to the one that was anti-clockwise. So 10 to 11, you've got stationary traffic. The queues are back to Cobham Services. The M25 anti-clockwise at the top, 25 and 24. We've got a breakdown. The queues are back to 26. One lane is shut. Also on the anti-clockwise M25 between 3 and 2. A lorry broke down. 2 lanes are shut towards the tunnel. And finally, M3 southbound, 2 to 3. Away from the M25, there's a breakdown. So one lane is shut there too. Back with another one, 25 minutes.
Thank you to Bobster. Just to let you know, I'm sitting nice and cool in my air-conditioned office. Says this, overworked but cool. Say hi to those working out on the shop floor at Dynamatic in Swindon. From Ian in Dispatch, they won't hate me for that. No, of course not. Ian Gleed. Let's see. Hello, Steve. Loving the show. Can you play Summit loud for my co-worker Michael Lewis to stop him falling asleep in the heat? I'm doing all the work. Thank you. From Fiona. Hello, Steve. Raining and 19 here in Manchester only. Laying slates on a roof. No escaping the sun here. Righty. Could fry eggs on them. Don't know where that is. That's from Phil, though. Despite the scorching heat, it says here from Steve Peace, I think in Worcester. One of my colleagues has their personal heater on. You are kidding. And Stephen Gagg, no heat or blue skies here in Keswick, the Lake District. It's overcast, occasional rain, and a bit nippy. That's from Jan Gray. Thank you very much, Jan. Should we play some music? Talking to Ivo Graham next.
What do you dream when the world is on fire and you're drifting through time in the space where you lie, calling to me through the pain and desire as the sun's taking flight, you awake to the light, eyes like pearls in the warmest sea, as deep as the ocean, as wide as the valley, all my troubles seem so far away from me.
Eyes like pearls, the coral. Now we've got 21 to 4. Stephen Buddy's great show, but just to let you know, it's 32 degrees here in Holywell, Cambridge. It's so hot, we could cook eggs on the patio. Stay cool. Take care from Penny and Daryl. What else to do? Oh, he's coming on soon, this guy.
Nothing gives me more pleasure than when a few months in advance of every holiday I'm the only one invited. And I know that because I'm the only child added to the family holiday WhatsApp group. Hugh Graham loves a holiday WhatsApp. And nothing gives me more pleasure as his son than to hear my phone ping in the middle of the night and know it's the big dog with another holiday-related meme. He should be too old for memes, but he's keeping up. Picture of Boromir from Lord of the Rings. One does not simply sleep through the buffet breakfast, that sort of thing.
Ivo Graham soon. Here we are returning for factoids, Janie Lee Grace.
The top speed of a honeybee is 15 miles per hour. And did you know the greyhound is the fastest dog? I'm sure you did, and can reach speeds of up to how fast?
I would say a greyhound can go up to 65.
No.
Well, that rabbit, that hair goes pretty quick, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That whips around the racetrack, so they must be able to go at least 98 miles an hour.
No!
45.
45? What are you talking about? Yeah. What do you think a fathom is? How many feet?
Oh, that's a good question. You mean the measurement of fathom?
Yes, I do.
It's about 13 feet, I think.
What do you think,
Good
Janie?
guess. I don't really know. I'd say sort of 15, 20. I don't know. I know it's a lot.
A fathom is 6 feet deep.
Is that all?
Back to you.
A cat can jump 5 times as high as it's tall.
Over to Tim.
A panagram is a sentence that contains every single letter in the language. For example, in English, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
Wow. Sometimes it's rather unfortunate if you're something like a jellyfish. Ask me why.
Why?
Jellyfish sometimes evaporate.
Factoids. Baby, this is what you came for. Lightning strikes every time she moves. And everybody's watching her, but she's looking at you. This is what you came for. Lightning strikes every time she moves.
Ivo Graham started stand-up back in 2009 when he was 18, and only 8 months later he became the youngest ever winner of So You Think You're Funny Award for New Acts at the Edinburgh Fringe. Now, as you'd expect, he's now a regular at Edinburgh, and his new show for 2018 is called Motion Sickness, and it's his growing up show. He's only 12 even now. No, I just made that bit up. He's very young, though. It's on at the Pleasance Cabaret Bar from next Wednesday, the 1st of August, through until the 26th of August. He'll also appear at Comedy Club 4, number 4 Kids, at the Assembly Roxy, and no doubt pop up elsewhere during the month. Ivo Graham is here! Well, welcome to our show. This is the first time that we've had you on the show, am I right?
I believe it is, yes.
Yes, we're just checking because we're all forgetful now. We're at this age, and sometimes we have to say to people, have we had you on before? And they go, yes, 3 times, actually.
Oh, dear.
So, welcome to our little show. So, when did you start in comedy? When did you start to know that you were funny? Was it when you were at Eton?
I was not a funny chap at Eton, but I did go to Eton, and thank you for throwing that in so early, Steve. Very
That's
nice.
all right, don't mention it.
Was it when you went on to Oxford?
It wasn't when I went on to Oxford, which was the next establishment of privilege that I inhabited in my youth.
Started well, isn't it?
Listen, I cannot deny where I was educated. I was very grateful for said educations, and I had a terrible time.
Oh, no.
No, it was okay. I wasn't very funny at school, but I tried stand-up when I went to university, and it was a new lease of life, Steve.
Yeah, well, it's great because you're very kind of confident up there. I mean, I've got no idea really how old you are, but I would say you're in your 20s.
I'm in my 20s, Steve.
Yeah.
I'm 27 years old. My young person's rail card has expired.
No,
yeah, well...
Can't you still get that? You get a third off, right?
Well, there's this new millennial rail card thing
Yeah.
but it's quite exclusive, and I haven't been able to get my hands on
Oh,
one
you
yet.
want to get one of those immediately?
Yes, that's the dream, Steve.
Let's play some of your stuff.
I went to university and things got more exciting at university. There were girls there. I became friends with them, sometimes good friends. I was often told by my female friends that I would make a great boyfriend. These females and their addiction to the hypothetical tense. When will they have the courage to turn these theories into a reality? Sure, a few of us here have been told that we would make great boyfriends or great girlfriends. One of those compliments which loses its appeal quite quickly, I think. Like being told by your computer that you have excellent password strength. Eventually the compliment wears off.
That's unique. That's unique stuff.
That's very kind of you to play that, Steve. I felt unbelievably awkward listening back to that.
Well, I know I could see you squirm, but you're not alone. Even McIntyre comes in here and he says, I don't want to listen to that.
Well, it's like your voice on an answer phone. You don't really like it. Plus, I've been told by people that routine is quite disrespectful towards female friendship, which, of course, is an end in and of itself. And should not be used just as a pathway to romance.
Excellent.
I needed to charge my phone to make an urgent phone call, so I crept into first class. Not for a permanent upgrade, just for long enough to get me some of that sweet, sweet juice. Stopped by the ticket inspector, asked me to leave. I said, I need to make this phone call, it's very important. We came to a compromise in the end, and the compromise was that my phone could stay in first class, but I could not. Let me tell you, that is a grim 35 minutes from Walton-on-Thames to Waterloo, standing in the nether zone, peering through the glass at your iPhone, enjoying a better quality of life you can currently afford.
That's great. Now, what about the show? What do you put in the show?
Well, this year, Steve, I've taken the plunge and got engaged to my girlfriend of 5 years, and we've moved into a flat, just the two of us, without the shackles of flatmates, and we're also starting to talk about family planning.
Do you mind if we just give you a round of applause?
Oh, well, that's very kind of you all.
Congratulations.
That's why I brought it up. I proposed to her, thinking one day Steve Wright's going to applaud it, and it's very good of you.
You should have invited me to the moment, and I would have just, as you asked.
Oh, it would have been a lovely thing, holding a candle.
So you're saying that's the content?
That's
for your
the
new
content.
show,
It's about
right?
growing up and trying to embrace these adult decisions, even though sometimes they feel quite scary.
Yeah. I've got a little read here, which I'll do in a moment. It's about Radio 2 and the BBC at the Fringe. But in the meantime, you can see Ivo Graham's new show, Motion Sickness, it's called, every day at 6:40 p.m. at the Cabaret Bar at the Pleasance Courtyard from Wednesday, the 1st of August, through until the 26th of August, except for the 13th. And just briefly, Ivo Graham live dates ahead of the Edinburgh shows. Tonight, Bristol Wardrobe, Marlow, Canterbury tomorrow, London 99 Club on Thursday, that's 26th. Friday is Newport Riverfront, Top Secret Comedy Club, afternoon, London, Sunday 29th. Up the Creek, also, London, Sunday 29th, and the Pleasance Islington in London on Monday the 30th. Can I just also mention there's a whole load of BBC shows that will be broadcasting from the BBC Blue Tent in the grounds of the George Heriot Hotel, including Radio 4 shows, Just a Minute, Loose Ends and Front Row, plus the final of the BBC Radio New Comedy Award will be live on Radio 4 at 6:15 on August 12th. Radio 3 shows include In Tune and Late Junction. Asian Network, Radio Scotland, Radio 4 Extra and the World Service will also be there. Sarah Cox will be doing her evening show live from the BBC Blue Tent in Edinburgh Monday 6th and Tuesday 7th from 10 p.m. And Joe and Simon will be there from Monday 20th through to Thursday August 23rd with lots of big name guests. For information, bbc.co.uk/tickets. And a reminder, Ivo Graham's new show, Motion Sickness, every day at 6:40 p.m. at the Cabaret Bar at the Pleasance Courtyard from Wednesday the 1st through until the 26th. Great to meet you. Have good shows, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for having me, guys. It's been a pleasure. A real treat.
Thank you, Ivo. Ivo Graham, everybody!
It's so much to be marveled in this day and age. Every road has been followed, every mistake's been made. 'Cause I never heard a song sung quite like Elvis. Not much beats the sound of the pouring rain. And there's something in your kiss leaves me so helpless. You leave me breathless. You leave me breathless. There's this voice inside, terrified, plagued with pride, resonating, sounding like my own. Then piece by piece, so suddenly, no subtleties, your beauty, it can bring me to my knees. 'Cause I never heard a song sung quite like Elvis. Not much beats the sound of the pouring rain. And there's something in your kiss leaves me so helpless. You leave me breathless. You leave me always wishing on the times we had. Wishing I could get you back. I'm always wishing on the times we had. Wishing I could get you back. 'Cause I never heard a song sung quite like Elvis. Not much beats the sound of the pouring rain. And the
oh, that is beautiful. That's William Prince and Breathless. And Bob Dylan, Lay Lady Lay on Radio 2.
Lay lady lay, lay across my big brass bed. Lay lady lay, lay across my big brass bed. Whatever colors you have in your mind, I show them to you, and you see them shine. Lay, lady, lay, lay across my big brass bed. Stay, lady, stay, stay with your man. until the break of day. Let me see you make 'em smile. His clothes are dirty, but his hands are clean. And you're the best thing that he's ever seen. Stay, lady, stay. Stay with your man a while. Why wait any longer for the world to begin? You can have your cake and eat it too. Why wait any longer for the one you love when he's standing in front of you? Lay, lady, lay. Lay across my big breast bed.
Until the break of day. Bob Dylan and Lay, Lady Lay. I love that song.
Hi, this is Trump. I didn't make it to the gym today. That's 5 years in a row.
5-2 now, here's Bobby.
Thank you, Steve. First of all, A1M northbound junction 51 for Leeming Bar. We've got it closed completely following this earlier accident. Diversion is via the entry and exit slip road. So it's an up and over. 3 miles of queues on the northbound side, slow on the southbound side. M1 38 to 39. Now the main carriageway is open, but the entry to Woolly Edge Services is still closed following this earlier accident. And the M1 northbound 28 to 29. We've got a lane closed with a broken down lorry towards Chesterfield. The A580 Anfield, the Brett Road is still closed between Lower Brett Road and Twyford Street. And the M6 southbound very slow 19 to 18 following the breakdown at Knutsford. M6 northbound 14 to 15 Stoke-on-Trent. We've got one lane shut because of a breakdown there. And the M11, so many calls northbound. Solid queues from 8 to 10 at Duxford. We've got one lane shut just towards junction 9 following this fire. And the M25, now at the moment clockwise we've got an accident between 10 and 11, still one lane shut towards Chertsey. Anti-clockwise is slow 26 to 24 following an earlier breakdown, and anti-clockwise at 3 for the M20. We've got a broken down lorry. And finally the M3 southbound between 2 and 3, Bagshot to Lightwater, got a breakdown, one lane is shut. Back with another one, half an hour.
Thank you very much.
You say that you're leaving, but I don't think I can let go. When you put the phone down, I began to cry. What are you to do when the person that you love just says no? Boy, get yourself together, move on with your life. So I'm gonna play my favorite rhythm, gotta get you out my system. I will do anything to keep you off my mind. I'm gonna have to call my sisters, they are the ones who listen. Anything to drown you out tonight. Baby, you made me crazy. Why'd you have to fill my heart with sorrow? Save me, make it all hazy, so I don't think about you till tomorrow. It wasn't enough, but you could have had the guts to face me. It would have meant so much if you looked me in the eye. Oh, but you always fall for the ones who have no courage. I must see some kind of beauty in their eyes. So I'm gonna play my favorite rhythm, gotta get you out my system. I will do anything to keep you off my mind. I'm gonna have to call my sisters, be around the ones who listen. Anything to drown you out tonight. Baby, you made me cry.
baby, you make me crazy. Sam Smith. Comes the big 4 o'clock sequence. This is Steve Wright in the afternoon. Coming up next down the showbiz cuts, Glenn Close, Jonathan Price. There's Tim, there's Janie, Bobby, Tom's on news, Betty on sport, Factoid, social media. Guests from the forthcoming Fringe, Nina Conti and Viv Groskop, and much more on the big show. This is BBC Radio 2, online on digital radio and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 4 o'clock. This is Tom Harrigan. Labour has condemned the government's announcement of new pay awards for public sector workers, labelling the increases an inadequate PR stunt. Many teachers in England will receive a 3.5% increase, while the armed forces, the police and prison officers all get a 2% rise, with additional one-off payments this year. Ministers said they were able to abandon the 1% public pay cap because of the rewards of spending restraint. But critics have pointed out that the increases will need to be funded from existing departmental budgets. The Shadow Chief Secretary to the Treasury, Peter Dowd, told the Commons the government should be ashamed.
This is a mendacious exercise, a mendacious PR exercise. Based on today's announcement, after 8 years of real terms pay cuts for employees in the public sector, our police officers, junior doctors, some specialist doctors, GPs, dentists are all being offered a further real term pay cut.
Firefighters in Greece say the number of people killed in wildfires around Athens has now risen to 74. Nearly 200 others have been injured. 26 of the victims were discovered at a villa in the seaside resort of Mati. Georgia Trisban-Piotti from the Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies says it will take time to put together a full picture.
The situation is evolving. The death toll rises every hour. Many people lost their loved one. Many people lost their houses, lost everything. They will need long-term support.
A woman who fatally stabbed her boyfriend and videoed him as he lay dying before posting it to the social media site Snapchat has been found guilty of manslaughter at the Old Bailey. Fatima Khan, who's 21 from Ilford in East London, carried out the attack on 18-year-old Khalid Safi last December. She returned to the scene to record the footage before uploading it with an abusive message. She'll be sentenced next Monday. The government's published its blueprint for implementing the EU withdrawal agreement in UK domestic law. The Brexit Secretary, Dominic Raab, told MPs in the Commons that the bill was a necessary part of leaving the EU, which would ensure a smooth and orderly departure.
It provides the clarity and certainty to EU citizens living here and UK nationals abroad that their rights will be properly protected. It will enact a time-limited implementation period, giving businesses greater certainty, giving the public finality with respect to our relationship with the EU, and it provides for the appropriate means for paying the financial settlement.
Police investigating a suspected acid attack on a 3-year-old boy in Worcester have arrested a fifth man. The 41-year-old from Wolverhampton has been detained on suspicion of conspiracy to commit grievous bodily harm. Within the past half hour, MPs have voted to suspend the Democratic Unionist MP Ian Paisley from the House of Commons for 30 days. The sanction will come into force from the 4th of September. Mr Paisley failed to declare 2 family holidays which were paid for by the Sri Lankan government. And that's the BBC News at 3 minutes past 4. Our next at 5.
All right, thanks, Tom. Betty Glover with sport.
Thanks, Steve, and let's start with the extraordinary scenes today during stage 16 of the Tour de France. The race was disrupted earlier by a farmers' protest. Farmers threw hay bales onto the road. Police used pepper spray against the protesters, but it blew into the eyes of the riders. Several had to go and get treatment, but it did get underway again and is entering its final 10 kilometres. Gareth Southgate is one of the 11 coaches nominated for the FIFA Best Men's Coach Award award. He led England to the semi-finals of the World Cup, their best tournament run since 1990. Chelsea women's manager Emma Hayes has made the women's shortlist. She guided them to a league and cup double last season, and she was pregnant for most of the campaign as well. She gave birth to a boy 2 days after her side clinched the Women's Super League title. And finally, Frankie Dettori will miss the King George at Ascot after losing an appeal against a riding ban. He was penalised for careless riding on Angel's Hideaway in the Duchess of Cambridge Stakes at Newmarket. A panel has reduced the ban from 10 days to 6, but that means he'll miss out on Ascot and rides at the Glorious Goodwood Festival.
OK, thank you very much. Betty back with Joe and Simon later.
Steve Wright in the afternoon. Radio 2.
Of overhead linesmen. I am a linesman for the county. Refurbishing an overhead power line between Axminster and Yeovil, and it's very sunny and a whopping 26C. Tried doing that in fireproof clothing. Oh my goodness. Hot, hot, hot. Shout out to the crew, the Laughing Boy. Okay, Laughing Boy. Now then, righty, sat in my new bulldozer in Doncaster with aircon set to freezing. Loving the tunes. That's from Rupert. And Steve, love the big show as always. Just on way back from a very hot zoo trip with our 4 little monkeys. That's Peter, Michael, Davey and Mickey. Keep the tunes coming. All the best from Jim. And Steve, can you say happy birthday to my mum, Sandra Wilson? She was born 6 decades ago. She's an amazing mum and granny, and we love her very much. Tar.
All the times that you rain on my parade, and all the clubs you get in using my name. You think you broke my heart, oh girl, for goodness sake. You think I'm crying on my own, well I ain't. And I didn't wanna write a song, cause I didn't want anyone thinking I still care or don't. But you still hit my phone up, and baby, I'll be moving on. And I think it should be something I don't wanna hold back. Maybe you should know that my mama don't like you, and she likes everyone. And I never like to admit that I was wrong. And I've been so caught up in my job, didn't see what's going on, but now I know I'm better sleeping on my own. Cause if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go and love yourself. And if you think that I'm still holding on to something, you should go and love yourself. When you told me that you hated my friends, the only problem was with you and not them. And every time you told me my opinion was wrong, and tried to make me forget where I came from. And I didn't wanna write a song, cause I didn't want anyone thinking I still care or don't. But you still hit my phone up, and baby, I'll be moving on. And I think it should be something I don't wanna hold back. Maybe you should know that my mama don't like you, and she likes everyone. And I never like to admit that I was wrong. And I've been so caught up in my job, didn't see what's going on, but now I know I'm better sleeping on my own. Cause if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go and love yourself. And if you think that I'm still holding on to something, you should go and love yourself. For all the times that you made me feel small, I fell in love, now I feel nothing at all. I never felt so low when I was vulnerable. Was I a fool to let you break down my walls? Cause if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go and love yourself.
It's Justin Bieber.
And if you think that I'm still holding on to something, you should go and love yourself. Cause if you like the way...
Now, in today's social media, verbally agreeing to be Aston Villa's new manager, Thierry Henry, is trending on Twitter. Neymar tweets, I won't lie, the moment they confirm Thierry Henry as Aston Villa manager, I'm going to be supporting Villa. I know I can't watch the games, but I'll watch all the highlights and follow them all the way. On Google, people are searching for Danny Dyer. They're searching for Danny Dyer, right? As he's spotted out and about in America celebrating his birthday. Had him on earlier on. Crushing Love Island fans' dreams of him entering the Villa. Oh, yes, of course. Well, he could always do it like a satellite link, couldn't he? No. ITV has announced that it's making a drama about Jane Torville and Christopher Dean and how they became gold-winning Olympians. Will Tudor, who you'll know from Game of Thrones and Humans, will play Chris, and Poppy Lee Fryer from Ackley Bridge will play Jane. Why can't they play themselves? They still look great. U2 are the top music act in America when it comes to earning money from playing live. They made more than $54 million from shows over there last year, which included their Joshua Tree 30th anniversary tour dates. Ed Sheeran made the most of any British act with earnings in excess of 31 million, I think it is. Yeah, 31 million. And it was the premiere in Hollywood of The Wife, starring Glenn Close and Jonathan Pryce as Joan and Joe. Story goes that Joan had ambitions to be a writer but sacrificed her own talent for Joe, who's about to win the Nobel Prize for Literature. But then claims are made about their relationship, and Glenn says The Wife will have a similar impact to another film she was in.
I think it's very powerful. I think, in a way, like Fatal Attraction, where couples came out and people have come and said that it saved their marriage, and you know that I think you can't as a couple come out of this and not kind of think about what your relationship is.
And our old friend Jonathan Pryce, who sounds like that, is the kind of film that he loves.
I think the great thing about it is it's an intelligent movie. We don't get too many of those today. We get great stories and great epic films, but intelligent stories well told, we don't get too many, and this is one of them.
Now, Christian Slater, who plays the unofficial biographer who makes the claims about the couple's relationship, he says the themes are very relevant to what's been going on in Hollywood over the past couple of years.
The fact that all of this stuff is becoming acknowledged and the era of abuse of power, hopefully, at least in our industry, is being addressed and acknowledged and hopefully put to an end.
4:15 on The Big Show on Radio 2.
Song
This girl, waiting for a star to fall. It's the Vent event next.
They were comic icons on US TV, radio, stage and screen.
One of the greatest comedy teams of the last century.
In so many ways, they were perfect for each other.
The nation's top comics, Abbott and Costello.
Oh, wait a minute. Do I look like a groundhog? No coaching, please.
And on Wednesday, Barbara Windsor tells their story.
Bud, the lean, mean, straight man, and Lou, the roly-poly comic.
Your horse has 4 legs. He races on 3 of them.
Double acts.
What does he do with the other leg?
Abbott and Costello.
He trips the other horses.
Wednesday night from 9.
On BBC Radio 2.
Am I going to get to the end of my sentence and you're going to keep interrupting me? How would you not know that, Nina? Right, okay, fine. Can you not deconstruct our acts all the time? What, you reckon they think you're talking to a real monkey?
We're looking forward to the Edinburgh Fringe today, and to that end, we're now going to talk to Nina Conti, everybody! It's a bit of a return visit for Nina. And how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I can't believe I'm going up again. It's just the only month of the year, August in Edinburgh.
Yeah. Can I just ask you where Monkey sits? When you go up there, how do you get up there? By car?
Yes, Monkey travels with me in a bag on the train and is always in hand luggage. Having lost him once, I'm wise to that. I mean, he's so nickable. He's such a strange entity. If I saw him, I'd want to nick him.
He is very cute.
I'm going to hold that hostage.
I think he's unnecessarily rude.
Yeah, unnecessarily.
Yeah.
Don't you think there's call for some really hardcore, uncensored
I like him for that.
insults?
I like the character. I think he's got his own personality. He's great. Does he enjoy going up to Edinburgh?
You'd have to ask me.
That's the best answer ever. That's great.
Yes, I guess. But this show is very different because actually I've had the woman who worked on Chewbacca and a lot of big Star Wars characters has made me a full-size monkey, which I actually get into. So I've become Monkey.
Oh, wow. No.
Yeah. There's little monkeys in the show as well, but that big monkey is a new off-the-leash entity. And there's a lot of audience participation. He's trying to live a life in 20 minutes before I run out of air.
Yeah.
Because I can't stay in that suit long and it's so hot out there.
You've chosen the right summer, really, to do this kind of act, haven't you?
Just imagine if it's this hot when you're doing it. Oh, my goodness.
No, there's an oxygen problem.
OK, let's play some of your stuff. I know that this is something you're also doing as part of your Edinburgh show.
I'm just going to give you a slight makeover, which is going to take the heat off you and you don't have to worry so much about what you say and everything, all right? Hey, Louisa, how are you doing? Oh, I'm loving it! It's a magical night. I'm so glad. Come forward a little bit. So you... Oh, my goodness. So I'm so glad I sat in the front row.
That is, of course, where you put the masks onto people's heads and make them talk various voices.
I adore doing that.
I mean,
that feels like the gift that keeps on giving because it's different every time. And whoever you get up, you get this very concerted 5 minutes of exploring their whole humanity because they come out from behind this just through their eyes.
Where did that idea come from?
This is an old ventriloquist prop that was used incredibly well by Ron Lucas, who did an act where he would make someone sing back in the 70s. But what's thrilling to me about it is improvising. So the mask goes on and then you sink down into their level of what you think they might be thinking and just narrate.
Yeah.
And there's something about the naturalness of that draws everybody in.
I just think it's great. And you can be aggressive or you can be passive. I think aggressive is funny.
Passive-aggressive.
Because you get somebody like really nice up there and suddenly they're just a bit aggressive and you think that's what's funny.
So are you well? Yes, I'm very well. Can you clear the frog in the throat? Thank you very much. So how was your flight over? Oh, it was deadly. Really? Oh, talk about cramped. But it was cheap. Right. What was it, budget airline? No, I got the DHL. All right. You should have seen the look on the woman's face at the post office as she thrust me into the package, you know. Bent double, head down. Right. It was not an envelope she wanted to lick shut. You know.
And I sense in you that you work so hard and that you want it to be good and you want it to be right, but when you're not doing it, you back away from it. I sometimes think it's like most impressionists that we know can't stop doing impressions even in real life. And then I'm thinking, you don't want to get to that point where we're talking like in real life and then say, oh, what do you think, monkey? So I get the feeling that you do separate it.
Yes, no, that would be horrible, wouldn't it? But what happened the other day was crazy. I was playing Monopoly with Monkey and my youngest son, who's 7.
Sorry, playing with Monkey?
With Monkey. He loves Monkey and he throws the dice for Monkey, and so we're playing with Monkey. And then I had a show that night and I was in the dressing room, I was about to go on, and I went to get the bag and I thought, Monkey's not in the bag. He's on the Monopoly board. I haven't got the monkey. I'm going on in 3 seconds and I have to completely rethink this.
Wow.
So I went on without Monkey and did the show without him, which was, I think, maybe one of the best shows I've ever done, but I couldn't recreate it. So I was saying to people, oh, how are you? What's your name? What do you do? Great. Well, this is a nice chat, isn't it? I'm sorry, Monkey, it's not.
I'm joking.
I just...
Well, that's great. That's
like
the ultimate
concept.
improv, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a concept show.
I love it.
The ventriloquist without their puppet.
Here we go. You can see Nina Conti ahead of her run at Edinburgh doing a few more preview shows, which are all coming up in London. Tonight, the Soho Theatre. Tomorrow, Wednesday, 25th, Cutty Sark in Greenwich. What, on the Cutty Sark? Friday, 27th, Soho Theatre. Sunday, 28th, Shepherd's Bush Comedy Festival. And then on to the Fringe. Nina Conti is Monkey. It's at the Underbelly, McEwen Hall, from Wednesday the 1st, that's August obviously, through to Monday the 27th of August, as many shows are, except for Monday, August 13th. So that's at the Underbelly, McEwen Hall, Wednesday the 1st through to Monday the 27th to see Nina Conti is Monkey. Great to talk to you again. Thank you very much, Nina. Good luck up there. Nina Conti, everybody.
Everyone knows all about my direction. And in my heart somewhere, I wanna go there. Still I don't go there. Everybody says, say something, say something, say something, say something, say something, say something. I don't wanna get caught up in the rhythm of it, but I can't help myself. No, I can't help myself. No, no. Caught up in the middle of it. No, I can't help myself. No, I can't help myself. No, no, no. Caught up in the rhythm of it. Maybe I'm looking for something I can't have. Looking for something I can't have. Maybe I'm looking for something I can't have. Everyone knows all about my transgression. Still in my heart somewhere, there's melody and harmony for you and me tonight. I hear them call my name. Everybody says, say something, say something, say something, say something, say something, say something. I don't wanna get caught up in the rhythm of it, but I can't help myself. No, I can't help myself. No, no. Caught up in the middle of it. No, I can't help myself. No, I can't help myself. No, no, no. Caught up
Coming round to 4:30.
Hi, this is Jeremy Vine.
Yes.
Is Gary Davis's head made of lino or polystyrene?
I don't know.
Is it the shape of things to come? Apart from that, I really think Sounds of the 80s is my favourite show. Now, you can hear it, 10 p.m, Fridays.
Thanks.
What do you think? I think it's Anaglipta.
Thank you. Now, here's Bobby.
Thank you, Steve. First of all, to Belfast, to the M2, on the westbound M2, between junctions 2, which is the M5 at Greencastle, and the junction 4 for the Newton Abbey turn-off. We had an accident. Now, it's all cleared out of the way, but it's still very, very slow. The accident was just near to Arthur Bridge. A1M northbound, 51 at junction 51 for Leeming Bar. The accident there has been cleared. It's all open now. However, we've still got big queues through there, so it's still going to be slow, but junction 51 is now open. The M1 northbound, 38 to 39. At Woolly Edge Services, we've still got the entry slip road into the services closed following this earlier accident. The M1 northbound, 28 to 29, still a lane closed with a broken down lorry. This is past Alfreton. And the A1 southbound, there was a breakdown between Tuxford and Carlton. Now, that seems to have cleared out of the way, although it's still slow. The M6 on the southbound side, 19 Knutsford, we had a breakdown. So still congestion going through down towards 18 at Holmes Chapel, but all lanes are open. M6 northbound breakdown 14 to 15, that's now cleared. M1 northbound at junctions 11 to 11A, Dunstable to Luton North, there was an accident where 3 lanes were shut. Now they've still got 1 lane closed, still big queues going back towards junction 8 for Hemel Hempstead. M11 northbound, junctions 8 to 9. Now this earlier fire, which is now out, means 1 lane is shut still between Bishop Stortford and Saffron Walden. The queue is all the way back to junction 8. That is about 9 miles of northbound traffic. Surrounding routes are very, very heavy as well as people try to use them. It's going to be a slow crawl on the M11 with 1 lane open because it's only a 2-lane section anyway on that stretch. The M25, we've got clockwise queues if you're heading around from 9 Leatherhead, where also on the exit slip road there's an accident, so that's heavy on that junction. And then more queues around to 16 for the M40. Anti-clockwise, similar picture, queuing from 17 around to 11 at Chertsey. Also on the M25, we've got this big queue in towards the Dartford Tunnel. 3 to 2, there was a breakdown anyway, and then congested all the way into the tunnels. M3 both ways, between 2, the M25 and 3 for Bagshot, you've got breakdowns, separate breakdowns, but 1 lane closed. And the A30 westbound, Tolvaden Downs, smoke is blowing across the carriageway, so affecting the westbound side, but obviously both sides. Tolvaden Downs, we've got traffic being slowed because of this smoke, and we think the fire may be a field fire. Not sure though. Back with another one, 25 minutes.
Thank you to Bob Stir. Steve, can you give a shout out to my son Alex Cofield, who will be performing his show Supernova at the Edinburgh Fringe in August. Loving the show from Ross Cofield. And still to come, in our little preview of the 2018 Edinburgh Fringe, we have Viv Groskop on with us, and her show is Vivalicious.
Sweepstake 65, loaded with the cheapskates, barely alive. I said, yeah, come undone. Rolling out with Jimmy, you can see the cracks. Taps me on the shoulder, had a heart attack. I said, yeah, come undone. Push me too far. I sit and then I cry upon the strings on my guitar, and everybody tells me that it's sha la 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 la. Oh yeah. Stop me on the avenue, cuffs on my wrist. Told me I was driving like a ballroom blitz. I said yeah. I'm so high and strong. Every time you leave me, it comes to this. Mixing with the medicine man scientist. I said, yeah, I'm so high and strong. And when you push me, yeah, you push me, yeah, you push me too far. I sit and then I cry upon the strings of my guitar. Everybody tells me that it's sha la 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 la. Oh yeah. might miss your kiss. I said, yeah, I'm so highly strung. Why does it always have to come to this? Late night, all night, miss your kiss. I said, yeah, I'm so highly strung. And when you push me, yeah, you push me, yeah, you push me too far. I'm sitting there, I cry up on the strings on my guitar, and everybody tells me that it's sha-la-la-la-la. Oh yeah.
Miles Kane, Cry on My Guitar. Talking to Viv soon.
I received this review of my Edinburgh show last year. I had some good reviews for my show, some excellent reviews, some 5-star reviews. I also had a 2-star review for my show last year, which is good for petrol, it's not good for comedy. And it said, Viv Groskop is not a stand-up comedian, although I'm sure she is very funny at her own dinner parties or at the tennis club.
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Now if you feel that you can't go on because all of your hope is gone and your life is filled with much confusion until happiness is just an illusion and your world around is crumbling down, darling, come on girl, reach on out for me, reach out for me. I'll be there with a love that will shelter you. I'll be there with a love that will see you through. When you feel lost and about to give up, 'cause your best just ain't good enough, and you feel the world has grown cold, and you're drifting out all on your own, and you need a hand to hold, darling. Come on, girl, reach out for me, reach out for me. I'll be there to love and comfort you, and I'll be there to cherish and care for you. I'll be there.
We got a return visit. It's Viv Groskop, and she is here. And here's the thing. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm very well.
Great to see you again. And this today is our Edinburgh Fringe preview day. Today, Tuesday. So we're just looking at various shows. Now, here's the thing. I wonder how you feel before doing Edinburgh. Are you trepidatious? Are you nervous? I mean, I know you do it a lot, but there's so much stuff up there.
Oh, I'm going to say something bad, actually. I feel fat.
Why? Not the answer I expected.
This is awful, #feminism, but you suddenly think, oh, I don't know if I'm quite as match fit as I should have been, and I don't know if I actually look like the person on the poster. Because the posters are taken at the beginning of the year.
I think you look better.
Oh, thank you. Well, hopefully people will sort of bring some Vaseline to smear on front of their glasses and just listen to the jokes and it'll be fine. But I feel great otherwise.
Yeah, we were there last year, of course, and the year before. And I used to go years and years ago, so I'm clued in all over again. It's just unbelievable the amount of shows that are there and how they squeeze them all in and how everybody somehow gets their little bit of publicity to get the show rolling.
In some of the venues, the festival has expanded massively in the last 20, 30 years. If you talk to some of the older comedians who've been doing it for decades, they will say, oh, the days of the Fringe when there wasn't that much going on as there is now and it had this proper vibe. Now it's everybody goes there. Anybody can go there. Anyone can do a show, and anything is a venue.
Yeah, and the variety of shows is staggering, isn't it?
It is. I think the spirit of the Fringe is preserved. Like, the free Fringe is bigger than ever.
Yeah.
And you can go and see somebody who's completely unknown now, who next year will be on the telly and be a massive star. You see lots of people coming over from America to do a few nights. That's how I discovered Tig Notaro, who's one of my favourite comics. And you just see all kinds of crazy stuff as well, just in the street.
Yeah.
Street theatre, it's amazing.
I'm just going to play some of your stuff, and then we'll come back and talk some more about this current show.
Bad things happen when people who are nearly 40 go back to a place where they were once 18. People were drinking port from the bottle at 2 a.m. One of my friends had to be tied to a chair because she kept trying to lean seductively out of a second floor window. There was one excruciating moment when someone tried to start a disco in the room where we were partying by playing music on an iPod and turning the lights out and switching an angle-poised lamp on and off repeatedly.
Now, are you embarrassed by that?
That's not my current show.
No.
Maybe I need to revisit that material. I'm going to record this show and then learn that and do that bit.
The show is about self-help, really.
Yes, the show's called Vivalicious, and it's all about becoming your most fabulous self. So it would be about you becoming Steve-alicious or Tim-tastic. And it's based on my lifelong obsession with self-help and with Oprah Winfrey.
Yes.
And it's my way of coping with the current era and saying, why are we in this mess and what's coming next? And what I say is coming next is the Oprah-geddon, the apocalypse. Are you going to survive the aprapture? Will you be taken up? Will you be good enough? Will you be your best self?
Yeah.
So you need to be ready to be living your best life. Now, are you guys living your best life?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, I think
Trying.
so.
Yeah. So it's harnessing all of the self-help that I've ever digested from being given a copy of Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People by my father when I was 9. Not a dysfunctional childhood. Right through being obsessed with self-help books. I think there are 3 kinds of women who are obsessed with self-help books. Women who love too much. Women who run with the wolves.
What does that mean exactly?
Women who take risks.
Oh, okay.
And go deep into the forest,
Way
Steve.
deep. Yeah, I understand.
And women who have loved so much and run so hard with the wolves that the wolves have taken out a restraining order against them. And I pride myself on being one of those women.
Yes, I know that very much. Viv Groskop is with us. She's at the Clover with her show Vivalicious, and we're going to come back in just a moment. Don't go away.
Homegrown alligator, see you later. Gotta hit the road, gotta hit the road. The sun ain't changed in the atmosphere, architecture unfamiliar. I could get used to this. Time flies by in the yellow and green. Stick around and you'll see what I mean. There's a mountain top that I'm dreaming of. If you need me, you know where I'll be. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. We're south of the equator, navigator. Gotta hit the road, gotta hit the road. Deep sea diving round the clock, bikini bottoms, lager tops. I could get used to this. Time flies by in the yellow and green. Stick around and you'll see what I mean. There's a mountain top that I'm dreaming of. If you need me, you know where I'll be. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. We got 2 in the front, 2 in the back, sailing along, and we don't look back. Flies by in the yellow and green. Stick around and you'll see what I mean. There's a mountain top that I'm dreaming of. If you need me, you know where I'll be. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone, a someone, a someone, a someone.
Mentioned earlier, when it comes to the Edinburgh Fringe, there's a whole load of BBC shows. They'll be broadcasting from the BBC Blue Tent in the grounds of the George Heriot School, including Radio 4 shows Just a Minute, Loose Ends from Front Row, plus the final of the BBC Radio New Comedy Award. Radio 3 shows In Tune and Lake Junction. Asian Network, Radio Scotland, Radio 4 Extra and the World Service will also, will also be there. Sarah Cox will be doing her evening show live from the BBC Blue Tent on Monday 6th and Tuesday 7th of August from 10 p.m. And Joe and Simon will be there from Monday the 20th through to Thursday 23rd of August with lots of big name guests.
I once checked into an airport hotel. On entering my room, I found a pilot in full uniform asleep on the bed.
Oh, lucky you.
Alan Carr and Melanie Sykes.
I'm still Alan.
And I'm still Mel, coming up before...
Mel!
Mel!
James Brown. Watch me. Listen to this, Mel. Weird, strange things that have happened in hotels. I got quite a shock when I saw a monkey sitting on the bed eating a banana it had stolen from the fruit bowl. I ran back into the shower. The monkey had a shock too when he saw me, but eventually left traumatised via the French windows, taking more fruit with him. Cheek.
Alan and Mel's Summer Escape.
Back Saturday morning from 10.
Steve Wright in the afternoon. BBC Radio 2.
In the afternoon.
The Big Show.
Viv Groskop is back with us now. She's at the Edinburgh Fringe with her show. So you're doing preview shows of Vivalicious ahead of the run at the Fringe, and the final one is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. at the Museum of Comedy in London. And also you came in last time, I think, to talk about a book, which was the Anna Karenina Fix.
Anna Karenina Fix.
That's what I said.
I've set it as a test for people. It is a really difficult thing to say, Anna Karenina.
Life Lessons from Russian Literature. And that was Book of the Year, wasn't it, 2017?
Yes, it was. It's been bought since by America, and it's coming out in America later this year, and it's been bought by Russia as well. Wow. So I now feel like this one-woman diplomacy mission.
There's no collusion, though.
No collusion, only one L. I feel like I'm the only person who's speaking up for the good side of Russia, apart from Donald Trump. It's just me and him, and I don't think he's approaching it from the point of view of appreciating Anna Karenina. I think he's got a slightly different agenda, but my agenda is purely cultural. It's all about love of Russian literature and how you can discover yourself in the classics, and how we shouldn't be scared of these books and intimidated by them, that they're just really beautiful and enjoyable.
Of course. And what about your next book? Because I know you're working on one now, right?
I've just finished a book which is coming out at the end of the year called How to Own the Room: Women and the Art of Brilliant Speaking.
Well, that's good.
It's a self-help book, and it's analysing loads of different kinds of women speakers, from Michelle Obama to Oprah Winfrey to Joan Rivers, women who have owned the room, and it's looking at what they do that makes them so amazing and how women can get that for themselves.
That's brilliant.
I mean, that's very interesting, because if you asked me if I knew how a woman or a man would own a room, I wouldn't know the answer. I wouldn't know how to own a room. How would Tim own the room?
When you actually face somebody, that's different to doing this.
Yeah, so a lot of what I talk about in the book is the stuff that I teach in workshops, because when I started doing stand-up, people said to me, oh, will you come into our office and teach us a bit of what you've learned? And this grew and grew, and I've done this with lots of different people, a lot of only women groups, because this is recognised as something that women are really interested in improving, but also mixed groups, and I've been in groups where I have reduced men to tears, trying to improve their speaking. But Tim, I think you have a wonderful posture, wonderful bearing. It's all about your breathing and how you're holding yourself, and whether other people feel relaxed in your presence.
And confidence, isn't it?
Yeah, it's confidence. But I think a lot of people struggle to have the confidence that they have in real life when they're put under the spotlight. And it's trying to find opportunities for them to do that aren't threatening, or trying to get them to learn how to do a bit of breathing and relaxation.
And can men learn from this book, even though
I'll be honest, this is a book for women, about women. Yeah. But there are loads of lessons in it that would be equally valid for men. But I don't think there's ever going to be a book called How to Own the Room, Men and the Art of Brilliant Speaking.
No.
Funny that.
No one's going to write that. You can see Viv Groskop's show Vivalicious at Clover at the Underbelly at the Edinburgh Fringe. It starts next Wednesday, the 1st of August, and runs through until the 26th of August. It's on every day at 4:10pm, except for Monday, the 13th of August, when there's no show. And all the acts, I'm kind of saying that, everybody that's going to Edinburgh Fringe, there's no show on the 13th. Why not?
It's called the Dark Day.
Right.
It's different venues. Some it's the 13th, some it's the 14th of August. But it's your halfway point. It's when you've done 2 weeks and you've got another 2 weeks left to go. We need a break, Steve. Our voices are going to be killing by that day.
Yeah. Well, should we have that on this show?
The Dark Day.
The Dark Hour.
Wednesday. We're not in Wednesday. Hey, good to see you again, Viv.
Lovely to see you.
Thank you very much. Viv Groskop, everybody. Yeah. She's wonderful.
Money is the Bentley parked on Wall Street. Money is the new friends you make each week. Money is the inside guy at the bank. Money is the yacht right before it sank. Bet you never thought you'd want so much. Bet you never thought that'd be so tough. So you sell your soul for a piece of the pie. Now you can't sleep, so you don't even try. I wanna be like you. I wouldn't wanna be like you. No way. I wouldn't wanna be like you. You tell a lie, you tell a lie, you tell a lie, but that don't make it true. Money is the monkey giving you a backache. Money is the grease in the palm of the handshake. Money covers up all the evidence. Not taking all the money would have made the best sense. Bet you never thought you'd be that much. Bet you never thought I'd be so rough. You thought you could beat them at that game, but they wrote the rules. Now you take the blame. I wouldn't wanna be like you. I wouldn't wanna be like you. No way. I wouldn't wanna be like you. You tell a lie, you tell a lie, you tell a lie. That don't make it true. The players on the sidelines, fading, shock and innocence. Hear no, see no, speak no evil. Take the fall for all of Money is the orange jumpsuit you're wearing. Money is the grey roots in your blonde hair. And money is the ex-wife and the ex-girlfriends. Money you hid is the money they're spending. Here's to the brand new diamond bracelet. Here's to the too-tight ankle bracelet. Here's to the days before you went down. 'Cause what goes around comes around. And I wouldn't wanna be like you. I wouldn't wanna be like you. No way. Oh, I wouldn't wanna be like you. You tell a lie, you tell a lie, you tell a lie, but that don't make it true. I wouldn't wanna be like you. No way.
Annie Clark, Sheryl Crow. Wouldn't want to be like you. In news from the net today, HelloMagazine.com says Cheryl lands new role in Jacqueline Wilson film. It's a cameo role in 4 Kids and It, which is based on the children's novel of the same name. Variety.com says Robert De Niro in talks to join Joaquin Phoenix, Joker movie. He'd have the role of a talk show host who plays part in driving his character to go mad and become the clown prince of crime. Okay. VoiceOnline.co.uk says Alexandra Burke to play Roxy Hart in West End's Chicago.
Yeah.
I reckon that didgeridoo could work.
Can't think.
Maybe a bit of accordion there.
Don't mind that.
Look, John, Ringo, George, Paul, we can't do everything for you. Maybe just go away and have a play.
Six Music's A to Z of psychedelia.
Rob Hughes and me, Mark Riley, are looking back on the blissful era of psych music in our brand new podcast. So grab your joss sticks and flower power up. From Ambrose Slade to Zappa, we'll be diving into his colourful sonic history, exploring the arts of his counterculture.
There is a case for Hendrix being the greatest rock star in the world.
Rob, wake up!
I haven't finished producing Yellow Submarine yet.
Six Music's A to Z of psychedelia.
Available to download from the Six Music website.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Hi, loser. This is Trump. In all this heat, my hair has melted. My head looks like a prune pie. The greatest prune pie. That's it, loser. Thanks for being cool. As you were.
Thank you. 5-2 now, and here's Bobby.
Thank you, Steve. First of all, to Belfast, to the M2 on the westbound side. There was an accident earlier between junctions 2, which is the M5 Belfast turn-off, and junction 4 for the Newton Abbey turn-off. Although it's clear toward the Arthur Bridge, the accident's gone. We've still got some slow traffic, so very heavy indeed. A1M northbound, still big queues towards junction 51 for Leeming Bar. Following the earlier accident, it's all open now. The M1 northbound 38 to 39, this accident at Woolly Edge services is still ongoing, so entry into the services is still closed, but the main carriageway is unaffected, but you've got some slow traffic past the scene. Then the A1 southbound, we've still got heavy traffic Tuxford to Carlton. There was a breakdown earlier, which is all cleared, but it's still a bit slow. And to the M6, northbound is heavy 14 to 19 in patches. It's not a solid queue. And the M1 northbound 11 to 11A, Luton North. One lane is still closed with the accident there. And the M11 northbound, still one lane shut 8 to 9. The queue is back to 8, so that's about 9 miles of northbound queuing traffic with only one lane open. And watch for the M25 finally. We've got big queues both ways between 10 the A3 and 17 for Maple Cross, and a queue into the Dartford Tunnel from junction 3. Back with another one, half an hour.
Thank you, Bobby. 8 million likes. Interrupt this Fleetwood Mac track to bring you The End. Play it all tomorrow. Joe and Simon with Adam Hills after the 5 o'clock news, which is coming up in 40 seconds. With us tomorrow, the League of Gentlemen, Reese and Jeremy and Ralph from Earth, Wind and Fire. Good evening.